Welcome back to the Levine Family Learning Series. If you missed last week, you can catch it on the Levine YouTube page. My name is Rabbi Feivel, and I am your new Director of Jewish Life and Learning. For this week's family learning, I want to take a moment to discuss Levine's new Midah, the Jewish value for the year. This year, the value is tzedek, or justice. Now, this word justice can mean a lot of different things, but another translation of the word that gives us a clue is the word righteousness. In Hebrew, a tzaddik, from the same root of tzedek, is a person who strives to do the right thing. Now, when I think of the word tzedek, my mind immediately goes to the famous line from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 20, in which Moses teaches the people Israel, Tzedek, tzedek tirdof, lema'an tichyeh v'yarashta et ha'aretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Justice, justice shall you pursue, that you may thrive and live in the land that Adonai your God is giving you. Now, there are two parts to this sentence that should catch our attention. The first is that according to Moses, the way to thrive in community is through the pursuit of justice, the pursuit of fairness, truth, and doing the right thing. This is a big, big deal, because this means that without tzedek, without righteousness, we as a community will fail. So how then do we achieve justice? Well, this is our main question of the day for you to discuss as a family. But there are some clues in the second thing we should notice about this verse. Now, remember, the verse begins, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. The word tzedek appears not once, but twice. And in the Jewish tradition, there are no extra words in Torah. This repetition must be there to teach us something. In fact, the hidden message of this repetition is exactly what our sages teach us. For Ibn Ezra, a 12th century rabbi from Spain, this doubling of the word teaches us that we should pursue righteousness regardless of the outcome, regardless of whether we win or lose. He teaches that the right thing is more important than winning or any of our individual wants and desires. And another interpretation of this repetition is that it's reminding us that pursuing justice is not a one-time deal. You don't get to be a good person one time and pat yourself on the back and say, okay, I'm all done. No, we have to do the right thing over and over and over again for the duration of our entire lives. But doing the right thing isn't always easy. Even if we set aside our pride, sometimes two people trying to do the right thing just run into conflicts. In Masechet Sanhedrin, the tractate of our Talmud that discusses the court system, on page 32b, our sages teach us with an analogy. They teach us that one justice, one tzedek in the verse, is referring to fair judgment. But the other tzedek in the word, it refers to compromise. How so? Well, if two boats are traveling on the river and encounter each other, if both of them are trying to pass at the same time through a narrow passageway, they'll both sink. But if one passes after the other, both of them pass unharmed. Sometimes, in order to get where we're going, we need to compromise. Sometimes there is no one simple universal answer, and we need to work together and figure out the best option that works for everyone, even if it's not 100% what we think should happen. So let me ask you, when in your own life have you had to compromise? How did that compromise help your family, your friends, your community? Why is it so hard sometimes to do the right thing? And how can your family or friends or community or school help you to become a tzaddik, to become a righteous person? And how can you help them? In our pursuit of being righteous people, let us also remember the importance of this task. As the book of Mishle, the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 25 teaches us, V'tzadik yesod olam. The righteous person, the tzaddik, is the foundation of the world. Shabbat shalom.